here, and today I wanted to show you guys my updated monotub design and show you guys a little bit more specifically about where I drill my holes and why I drill them there. And I also wanted to show you what I've been using for the colonization stage and what I've been using for the fruiting stage. So let's get started. So the first thing is I am using a clear 66 quart Sterilite tub that I purchased from Target for about 10 bucks. I highly recommend purchasing a container that has a clear lid. It is really important that the mushrooms do get light in the fruiting stage. They do tend to grow a little bit better and they actually tend to grow towards the light. So having a clear lid is important in that regard. To start to build your monotub, you will need to drill 10 1-inch holes in your monotub. 6 holes on the long side and 4 holes on the short side. On the long side, the holes measure to 3 inches from the bottom, and then the tub is 20 inches long, so I measure the holes at 5, 10, and 15 inches. It doesn't have to be perfect, so you can just evenly distribute the holes on each side of the tub. Then on the short side, I measure 2 inches from the top, and then place 2 holes that evenly line up with the handle. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, just put 2 holes that are up towards the top of the monotub. When drilling your holes, make sure that you drill as slowly as possible. Patience is key. If you drill your holes too quickly, you may crack your tub. I have definitely cracked several tubs over the last couple months from just drilling my holes a little bit too quickly. I've also noticed using a little bit better quality drill bit helps prevent cracking. It has a little bit sharper blades, which ultimately help cut through the plastic easier. After you drill the holes, next it's time to put your monotub into the colonization stage. For the colonization stage, I've been using these red plastic plugs. These plugs are super cheap, and I will put the link in the description of this video. And I've been using these plastic plugs just because I think they work better than tape. I think they're a little bit more sterile, and they're just super easy to use. Just simply press them in the hole, and you've plugged up your monotub. It's really that simple. Then, when you want to put your monotub into the fruiting stage, you simply remove the red plugs and replace with polyfill. So what this does is this allows for fresh air exchange in, which ultimately pushes the carbon dioxide and the heat out. The last thing that I've changed from the previous monotub to this monotub design is I've stopped painting the bottom black. What I've noticed or experienced is that doesn't actually reduce side pinning. So in order to reduce side pinning, I've started to use these black plastic liners. They work a lot better. Simply all you do is make a liner that's the same size of your tub. Then simply let it float down to the bottom and boom, you are ready for the colonization stage. Then just layer your spawn and your bulk substrate inside the liner. And what I've noticed is when it starts to colonize, the mycelium the liner kind of clings to the mycelium, which ultimately reduces side pinning, giving you a much more even pin set within the middle of the substrate or the middle of the tub. And then that's it. That's really my whole monotub design. They are really simple designs. It doesn't have to be rocket science. And if you don't have a drill and you don't want to do all this fancy stuff, you can literally just buy a tub, put your bulk substrate and your spawn in the tub, don't drill anything, and once a day, just open up your tub and fan it and stuff, and it's fine. So, like, if you really want to go the simple route with a monotub, you don't have to do anything. Just keep it as is. The biggest thing with this is it doesn't allow for air exchange, so you need to be there to fan your mushrooms and to release that carbon dioxide that's sitting at the top to allow for fresh air exchange within the tub. I also wanted to mention that I just created a new beginner mushroom growing guide. That's a really simple step-by-step guide of how to grow mushrooms. You don't need a pressure cooker, you really don't need any mushroom equipment. You just need to purchase a monotub, a pre-sterilized spawn bag, and a spore syringe, and off you go. The link to the free mushroom guide is in the description, so feel free to download it at any time that you want. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you guys through the process of growing mushrooms. So don't overcomplicate growing mushrooms. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. You can reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook. Thanks a lot.